Join me as I attempt to prove the supernatural by sharing how God answered my prayer down to the hour. I'll never forget the time when God answered my prayer in a way that still blows my mind to this day. It's a moment that I'll always treasure, and it's what I want to share with you today. Have you ever wondered if prayer really makes a difference? If God is really listening and intervening in our lives? I know I have, and that's what makes today's story so remarkable. It's a testament to the power of prayer and the supernatural nature of divine intervention. I was going through a really tough time in my life. I was facing a specific challenge that seemed insurmountable, and I felt like I was at a crossroads. I didn't know what to do or where to turn, and that's when I turned to prayer. I remember feeling desperate and helpless, like I was at the end of my rope. I cried out to God, asking for His intervention and guidance. I was specific in my prayer, asking for a very specific outcome. I remember feeling a sense of peace wash over me after I prayed, but I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if God would answer my prayer, or if He would even answer it in the way I was hoping. But I did know that I had to trust in Him and have faith that He was working everything out for my good. As I waited for an answer to my prayer, I felt a sense of anticipation building up inside of me. I was expecting something to happen, but I didn't know what or when. I was on edge, waiting for a sign or a feeling that would give me direction. It was during this time of waiting that I started to feel a sense of excitement and expectation. I felt like God was up to something, and I didn't know what it was. I was praying constantly, asking God to reveal His plan and to give me the faith to trust in Him. The days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months. I was still waiting for an answer to my prayer, but I didn't give up. I kept praying and trusting, even when it seemed like nothing was happening. Then, one day, it happened. The exact moment I was praying for occurred, and it was like nothing I had ever experienced before. It was as if God had intervened in my life in a way that was undeniable. The timing of it all was what blew my mind. It was as if God had orchestrated every detail, down to the hour. It was a moment that I'll never forget, and it's a moment that changed my life forever. Looking back, I realized that God's answer to my prayer was more than just a coincidence. It was a supernatural event that showed me the power of prayer and the reality of divine intervention. It changed my faith and gave me a newfound sense of trust in God. I want to encourage you to share your own stories of answered prayers in the comments below. Let's build a community of believers who are passionate about sharing their supernatural experiences with the world. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content that will inspire and encourage you in your faith.